I'm James Frain from Transit. This is girlgamer.com.
James Frain, I have to say that I'm very excited to be sitting next to you. Like a little fangirly a little bit. Well, one of the questions I do want to ask you is that my first exposure to you that I can remember is Where the Heart Is. And so I had no clue that you weren't American. I had no clue you were English until I looked in your IMDb. I was like, he's English. So, now that you have fans that have seen you, do these roles with, your accent and then with an American accent, do people get confused or do they have a hard time believing that you're actually English?
I guess it depends what people have seen first. Some people really notice stuff like that. A lot of people don't really notice stuff like that. It's just like a kind of color. But I don't know. People are very forgiving of my American accent, which I appreciate.
I really honestly had no idea. I'm an actor too, and I was like, God, he speaks better than I do. And and then when you came on to True Blood, when I saw you, I said, oh, is he going to have his own, is he going to use his own accent? And then when you spoke, I was like, yes. What was the reaction from fans with your character? Because your character, even though he was a little troubled, he was very, I was sympathetic to his needs. So what has been the reaction from fans?
Oh, people love that character. I mean, first of all, people love the show, so it's already sort of a devoted response. But I think a lot of people felt the way I felt about it, that it was really fun and exciting to see such a range of different aspects in one character. Like he wasn't just a bad guy. He wasn't just lovesick. He wasn't just anything. He was completely surprising and original all the time, and really funny and crazy, and I mean just a wild ride, So that's what people responded to, and that's how I felt when I was reading it, for sure.
Now I want to talk about Transit. Because you play a bad guy in this as well, don't you? I saw this picture of you. They sent me a still, and you're holding a machete that's like 15 feet long. So let's talk about this film, because it's got you and Jim Caviezel. So can you give us a brief overview of what the film is about and who you are?
Yeah, the story is about an innocent guy played by Jim who's trying to put his family back together, and he gets involved in a bank robbery that's gone wrong completely by accident, and he ends up with a group of very bad guys trying to hunt him down and destroy everything that he stands for. And so it starts off as a kind of a car chase thriller and ends up as more of a psychological survival story, whereas you end up with his character, my character, slugging it out in the swamps of Baton Rouge.
Oh, so familiar territory.
Exactly. There's no vampires, but there's plenty of bad people.
When you look at your resume and your IMDb, like, you can go from Cromwell to Franklin to this character to like a love interest. How do you switch your, because obviously when you're doing these roles, sometimes they're back to back to back. So how do you switch gears going from project to project?
Well, each thing is its own thing. So I don't find that difficult. I like to do things differently if I have the chance, and it just keeps it interesting. And I'm always curious to see what I could get to do next that's new or original, and so there's not too much bleed from one thing into another, which I like. I like to end one thing and then begin another.
And now, when is Transit going to be released?
2012 is all I know. They haven't given me a month or a date. We've only just started promoting, so this is like the advance word.
Ooh, I look forward to it. Thank you so much, James. I appreciate it.